Hi everyone, I'm Guhan, and today I have Ashok from the engineering team and Simran from the product team. They've been hands on working with our new container listing feature for AWS Marketplaces. So today we'll discuss a little bit more about that. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi.
So, Simran, what are container products?
So I'm just going to go over it in very layman terms. Containers are basic standalone products which can be fulfilled as container images. So it is essentially a package of software that can contain all of the necessary elements to run in any environment. So in this way, containers virtualize the operating system and run anywhere, from a private data center to a public cloud or even on a developer's personal laptop. Now, these container products can be used in multiple container runtimes and services, including the Amazon ECS and Amazon EKS, and even services running on a seller's own infrastructure. So, they have a predetermined list of infrastructures that they support, and if you do meet the requirements, then it is very easy for you to list on AWS Marketplace. That is the essence of what a container is.
Thank you. So, what are the most common types of container products?
Let me take that. So, the most common container products would be either a standalone software that behaves on its own, or we can have a software behaving in tandem with an functionality, adding an additional functionality to an already existing software. So, sometimes what people do is they club all of these container images together into a service and achieve the required functionality by clubbing multiple containers together. Some of them even do it via nomenclature called add-on as well. So that will facilitate in building up blocks of functionality into a bigger service.
So, when it comes to
Similarly,
AWS, what type of add ons are supported?
yeah. So if you talk about AWS, so like Simran already touched upon it, right? It is basically dependent on the runtimes. We have a container image. We can either deploy it on ECS directly, which we can manage on EC2, or which we can also go for the Fargate option, which is serverless, where AWS manages all the infrastructure. Or we also have an additional option of like AWS Kubernetes service, which is managed Kubernetes service, wherein the deployments happen through Helm charts. So we can write down a Helm chart in YAML and put in the container image there and have it deployed along with all of our remaining functionality, like I explained before, so that we can spin up our entire service and scale it when we require. The third option, like Simran already explained, is the self-hosting, where you have your own infrastructure, which is maybe on AWS or something that you have on premises. You can pull in the image through EKS or run your own Docker Swarm, whichever way you like. You can deploy the containers and have the functionality up and running.
Thank you. So, we're all familiar with SaaS products on the AWS Marketplace. So, how do
Yeah.
container products differ from that?
SaaS and containers, if you ask, like in SaaS, what happens is you are given a basic web application wherein you can use the service. In container, what happens is you are provided with the image that runs the standalone software. So the major difference is the infrastructure on which it is running. So in the SaaS, it's majorly the SaaS providers infrastructure that it is running. You can choose to put it on any infrastructure that they like. Moreover, what happens is they have this reporting structure. Even there are examples of container images running in SaaS, but the agents they run, the daemons that they run in the backend on the container image report back to the SaaS provider, wherein they display all of those metrics, etc., in their own SaaS UI. Alternatively, what container does is they allow the sell like the purchasers infrastructure to be used and regulated as they wish. They like scale them, scale down, and you can also do it in different configurations you wish. So you be the recipe maker, so you get more freedom and also use your own infrastructure. And when we talk about more infrastructure, one is it is also very good in terms of the privacy. Second is you can also utilize credits that cloud providers offer, which is also very attractive as a mode of purchasing.
So, what type of industries are driving the adoption of container products?
Yeah, so this will be like further explanation of what I already explained earlier. You have a standalone software that you can couple with something else. So something when you deploy a huge infrastructure or you have a huge product that is scaling across multiple number of containers, is that you want to know what's happening in there. That is where observability and analytics and networking point come in picture. And other a major area we are seeing is the development of AI models, the pre-trained models which provide an API to the purchaser, who interact with the APIs and get their job done, leveraging all the training that has been done by the model developers and achieving the goal they want.
Okay, thank you. So, Simran, how do companies benefit by listing the container products on cloud marketplace such as the AWS Marketplace?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I think a lot of companies don't know the benefits. But I'm going to cover five major benefits that any company who would like to sell their container product on AWS should have in mind. Right. So the first and the most essential is the ease of software delivery. Once your listing is up, it is essentially very easy for your buyer to purchase and deploy your software within minutes. The delivery becomes very efficient and very quick. The second is that AWS offers multiple pricing options which allow the seller to customize according to how their buyer wants to purchase. Now, what this means is that their pricing models range from long-term commitments to flexible payment plans and also private offers. So much more, but I'll come to that a little later. I'll touch point on this again. The third benefit of this is, since your software deployment becomes so easy, a seller can focus on core operations like marketing and selling the container instead of ensuring that the customer is able to deploy with ease. And AWS as well is responsible for the billing, the disbursement of payments, and also the collection. Along with this, they also handle metering. So, because of this, you have enough time to focus on the other core objects of marketing and selling your container product. Another major point is that you get in-depth guidance to help reach your customers. So AWS has a list of other benefits and other guidances that they provide you with. Along with that, of course, if you are affiliated with Labra, we have in-house experts who will be there throughout your journey to help you out. And the last point of benefit is you can also look at channels for growth with consulting partners. What this is basically you onboard a consulting partner to sell products on your behalf, and this essentially expands your sales channels that you already have existing. Now, I mentioned a pricing model point, which is a benefit that all sellers should know about initially as itself. So, AWS in total allows six pricing models. These are usage based, hourly, monthly, contract based, free, and bring your own license. Now, whatever existing pricing model you have, you will have to, of course, fit into the framework of what AWS offers, which are these six pricing models. Along with this, you can also create further, long-term contracts inside hourly and usage-based pricing models. So this allows you to extend another additional discount for those users who want to sign a long-term contract and commit to using your product in the beginning itself. So this allows you to have that long-term relation with your buyer as well. So yeah, these are the major benefits, which should lead any seller to start listing on AWS.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So, going ahead with Labra's involvement in this, so why should a customer trust Labra with this process?
So, if you talk about Labra, Labra has already proven itself to be a leader in enabling people's journey to marketplace, and we have like partnering with AWS for a long time. We know the process through and through. Our SaaS customer reviews only speak for that. Also, in terms of container, we saw this area which is like barely touched upon by other people, and we see there's a huge potential coming up with the rise of AI models and eventually the infrastructure architectures moving to containerized environments. So I think it's a very great area to explore. Talking about this, we have taken help of our design partners. I think we'll have a word from them as well in our reviews, definitely. We have experimented with all the pricing models that Simran has explained, and most of the customers, what we have the difficulty is they taking their product and finding the right pricing fit for them and adapting the AWS way of pricing so that they can have their own visibility on the marketplace as well as present their offers to the required public. Moreover, when Simran was talking about the different marketplaces, the advantages, one of the advantages is of the private offers. You can tailor make your own private offers to your customers with different service requirements and also different pricing requirements and terms and conditions. This is also where we have had a huge area of knowledge working with our SaaS clients, and we also would translate that into container listing.
Thank you. Yeah, Simran, do you want to add on a little bit to the private offer journey of a customer?
Yeah, so essentially creating private offers when you're onboarded onto Labra is the most easiest process out there. I'll go with the major flow, right? It starts from when a user, of course, purchases Labra flyout. Once that's done, we will set up their account. We will have their listing up and ready, and they will be able to see and manage their listing from our platform, which is our UI. Once that's done, then inside our UI as well, we have all the technical integration ready for you to create and manage your private offers. So you can essentially see the entire private offer journey inside Labra's platform. From things like when an offer is viewed, when an offer is sent, to when it's opened and accepted. All of this entire journey is something that we allow the user to visualize and to see. And this is not something that you can easily view on AWS. So these are features that we allow. Creating is just a simple form. Once you're onboarded onto Labra, you can see the entire platform. You will have your listing and you can create multiple private offers. And yeah, just send it to your buyer, whoever you want to, send it to. What Labra also helps with is notifying these buyers of yours. So whenever you do send out a private offer, AWS essentially may not notify them, but Labra will always notify your buyer on email that they have received a private offer. Thereafter, we will also keep you notified, keep the seller notified on any private offer event that takes place. Something as simple as when it was created, when it was accepted, when the expiry is coming up, so that you know in advance that you have a private offer expiring soon and you can reach out to your customer and have that renewed in time. So we're there throughout your journey from start to end to help you out. And we also have constant support as well. So in case you ever face any issues, we're going to be there.
So, Simran, you mentioned about design partner. So, can one of you tell me what exactly was the role they played in developing this feature?
Yes, so I can explain that. It is partly technical as well because when we have transitioned and started working on container products, the integration that is required on the technical side is much more intense because whatever metering and other aspects that were done in SaaS were purely on the side of the seller's perspective. But here, what needs to happen is the metering and other integrations need to work design in such a way that they only work within the AWS environments like ECS or EKS, and the APIs can only be accessed through from that environment. That makes it kind of different approach from what we are used to in SaaS, and to understand like what are the requirements, what are the best practices. We have prepared some sample scripts which will reduce the effort that our design partner through our design partner we have put this effort and learned, and which will be very fruitful in reducing the efforts of the new customers that are going to come our way. Moreover, as we have already touched upon the different pricing models, so different pricing models also require different types of integration in terms of technicality as well, because some of the products like contract we need license manager integration, wherein the license manager itself has three different type of handling required. One is like pooled license, one is consumption license, and then there's a tiered model. So, touching and experimenting with all of these is definitely not possible if Labra alone is working on its product. We would definitely need someone who has a real market of buyers and which with whom we can experiment with the pricing as well as the technicalities. And they also have achieved their goal of going to market as a container product listing seller, and we also have achieved our target of has developed the core functionality and knowledge that is required to list marketplace listings for container.
Yeah. Just to touch point on this, just another point I'd like to really acknowledge and appreciate all the design partners that helped us throughout our journey. They've been extremely patient, and I think it was a really great learning for our entire team to be working with these members. We used to be having calls with their entire engineering team, with our entire engineering team, wherein we would try and understand their requirement, because the entire complexities go really deep. So even when we spoke about how pricing becomes really complex for users, we've had to, change one listing multiple times to be able to fit the exact need. And we have done that with our design partners. So I think that was a great learning for all of us. And like Ashok mentioned, it really helped us develop and ensure that our knowledge is up to date with what AWS offers and allows. So, yes, for sure, now after working with them, after having been in touch with them, and also having a personal relationship with these design partners, because we've been working since such a long time, I think we're at a state wherein we have ourselves become the experts, and yeah, we're here to help anyone who wants to list out, and yeah, we'll be there throughout their journey as well.
Okay, great to hear that. So now we'll just see a small snippet of a conversation from with Satya, who has been one of our design partners from Netdata. So, why you guys chose Labra for your container listing on the AWS Marketplace?
I'm working and heading the marketing and sales divisions of Netdata as well. And that's why we felt the AWS Marketplace listing and the partner program was extremely crucial for us. And that's where we kind of partnered with Labra to take that forward.
Cool. So, what listings do you have live at this moment?
We currently have two container listings and a SaaS listing, which are live.
What kind of technical and general support was provided by Labra through your onboarding journey that you want to talk about?
I mean, in general, I think we were given a very good review of what are the steps involved and how we take it through. So the Labra team initially also helped us with the listing itself. Once we gave them some inputs on, what the description of the product is, what do we kind of envision this to our target users, in getting it to limited listing and then to the public listing, getting it verified. We also had a couple of issues when we listed it. I think AWS had a number of container listings which they had to review. So the review process was slow. And at some time, it also got rejected with an unknown reason. So we were able to follow up with them and get this reviewed and approved in a timely manner.
Thank you all for joining us today and learning about how Labra supports container product listings on AWS Marketplace. If you have any other questions for our team, just drop them in the comments below and we can get back to you on that. We also have a product launch blog, which we'll be linking in the description and comments. If you can check that out, that'll be great. And contact our team to get started with the container listing. Thank you for joining today. Goodbye.
Thank you.